3, 2, 1, showtime.
Greetings and good afternoon to all the viewers out there on Fit FM 96.7, Primal 4K app, Facebook, YouTube. I want to welcome you all to Primal Sports Center. I'm your host, Dale.
And I'm Kay in the shop, Watson. You know what time it is again. Every week, every Saturday, we're here giving our sports roundup and what we look forward to in the upcoming weeks. And we have a jam-packed show today again. Last week was very entertaining, to say the least.
Yes.
Got a lot of feedback about last week's show. And to my surprise, I mean, it was a great show.
Yes,
I mean,
man.
talking to two legends last week, and we just want to big them up again because, you know, we got a lot of feedback and saying that, hey, bring them back on. So probably in later episodes, we'll have them again. And I'm sure you want to hear more stories from them. But looking forward to this week. Who have this week again there?
All right, so we'll be speaking with VJ Tolan. You know that the Panam badminton championships is happening right now
wrapping up
in
today.
Jamaica, GC Foster. Today's the last day.
Yeah, I think they're doing the medal ceremony now, so I think it's closed off. I'm not too sure the full results. But,
but VJ will come and
give us
we can get him a little bit later on down in the show.
I heard it was a good tournament and high level, high quality as expected. So
I saw Samuel as well, you know, said he played well, you know, fell a little short, but it was a good experience for him based on what he was saying. And so we're looking forward to hear from Tolan. He's the manager over there. So later on down in the show, but also we'll have race car driver Senna Summerbell. He's in Canada now, so he'll join us in about maybe 10 minutes to tell us about what's happening in the world of racing and what's happening with him on the circuit as well. Yes, but now let us kick off the show with a little bit of the NBA action. You know, it's winding down. You know, it's getting heated, and we saw LA Lakers and LeBron. You know, they're the big team in regardless.
The big talk around town. But when I noticed when you say things getting heated, I thought you would have started off with the Miami Heat. The big upset over Milwaukee. But if you want to start off with the Lakers, so big, because
funny enough,
fresh.
I think if we run back the tape, I think I was the one who told you that Miami is going to be a problem team again for Bucks
Milwaukee.
and Giannis, because because of how Giannis plays. Giannis at times play like a role player. Yeah. You know, for a superstar to be setting screens and picks. You know, I've never seen
he's a
that.
big man. Big man can set pick, man. Jokic set picks. Embiid set picks.
Yeah, but
2-1 game, you know, you have a big point skill.
I'm just saying.
And a big man,
I'm just saying. You know, I didn't see Shaq.
I think the injury to Giannis earlier in the series played a pivotal role, and momentum went with Miami, and Jimmy B, man of the moment, just step up and scoring 56 points.
Of course, yeah.
And that's 40, legit. 42. Nobody scores that much in the playoffs. If you check the playoff records, that's
Bucks is the number one defensive team.
Yeah, so
the number one.
They couldn't guard him.
Without that length and speed.
Even the last game that Milwaukee lost, they were leading most of the way, and the closer Jimmy B just took over and put the guys on him back. I know they had key performance from Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry, you know. Victor Oladipo going down injured. Yeah. Tyler Hero out.
Max
Strus. So the players step up. Duncan Robinson. Yeah. I mean, I almost forgot about Duncan Robinson. Came off the bench and scored like 3 threes and, you know. But Bam Adebayo playing big. But this is a disappointment for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, it's a disappointment. But it sounds as if you're giving Giannis a pass.
I'm not giving a pass. I'm not giving a pass.
Okay.
There's no way this Miami team should have beat the Milwaukee Bucks.
That's my point.
Undersized, undermanned, and
undermanned, everything.
Yes, and even without Giannis, I would even still pick the Bucks to win.
Exactly.
With Drew Holiday, Brook Lopez, Chris Middleton, the role players coming off the bench, Connaughton. I mean,
did you see the last
Bobby Portis
2 to 3 minutes in that match?
Yeah.
Oh, Giannis was running away from the ball.
Yeah.
Giannis did not want the ball at all, you know.
Yeah.
No. I think his championship might have been a fluke.
No.
You know,
even so, we're talking about champions earlier. When you really look at it, Giannis has won.
Do
you think he'll win again?
I think he has to improve that drum shot, and I think he has to learn. All right, so the thing,
I think he needs a
forget the
better
drum shot.
perimeter player on him. I don't think Chris Middleton is that guy.
I forget the drum shot though.
'Cause even before the injury, he was doing good, but after the injury, it kind of seemed lackluster to me.
He always has problems with teams like Miami and teams that can set that wall. Just like with LeBron in his earlier days.
Yeah.
But LeBron developed a drum shot. But here, the problem with Giannis. Say you can't shoot, right? Shaq couldn't shoot, you know.
Yeah.
But what did Shaq do? Shaq know how to position himself, how to get to certain get to the best points on the court for him. You know, Giannis is playing too much on the perimeter and on the outside, setting screens and pick. Giannis should be posting up them little man in the paint.
Yeah.
You know, I met the double team come, then him can kick out. He's playing too high. Every time I see Giannis, he's playing like a point guard.
Carrying up the ball, trying to, Euro step and go to the rim. No, it doesn't get people involved.
But it was a good win for Miami.
Miami going to play New York Knicks, and New York Knicks. I picked Cleveland Cavaliers to win that series, and you picked New York.
Let me tell you again.
Gentle people, I'm having a rough week. I pick Ryan. I even going to talk about the boxing. I'm going to wait till sports commentary. So like Peter go on that, and then with my picks in the basketball, I picked Cleveland over New York, and there you go.
New York.
You picked the Bucks though. I always said Miami would give them trouble.
Yes.
I give you credit for saying that Miami would give them trouble.
Yes.
I said nah, Miami sweet. Yeah. But
New York.
New York. I mean, this seems like a remix, 90s remix defense type game back in the good old days. The basketball that we love, and to see the defense they're playing and the low scoring game, I prefer this. I don't want to see 145, 140.
You notice
I want to see a tough grind out game.
You notice the ref 95, 90. More too. The ref let them play a little bit more, and that's what we want.
Carry them in the doghouse to see what that dog in them, that fight in them. Yep. And Jimmy B definitely. And I mean, Jalen Brunson having the Knicks playing
good basketball
with defense. Because even so, their second superstar are probably even some people think Randall. It's his team. Randall is missing in action, and Knicks tapping and quickly, and I mean RJ Barrett playing good. Knicks playing good, but. Good. I have to go with Jimmy B though.
So Miami versus New York.
I have to go with Jimmy B. Jimmy B played like the reincarnated Michael Jordan.
See,
not as skilled, but I mean, Jimmy B throwing the team on his back and carrying him to places. But I have to go with Miami versus New York. And I mean, Miami has been to the finals in recent times.
Big coach too.
Paul Charles, 100 career wins.
Yeah,
few coaches have 100 playoff career wins. Probably
has improved a lot as a coach during has improved a lot since LeBron left the
and he knows
Miami.
to manage that big personality on the team. Coming from the LeBron, the D Wades and the Bosh, and getting everybody to play together.
The big GM Pat Riley.
It's
one of the greatest ever. Yeah. But I have to probably go with you. I think Miami.
Right now my picks are going to be close. It's going to be close?
I think it's going to be close again.
Game 7?
When you look at the matchups,
4-2.
I think Miami have with Bam.
Yeah,
they have size on the interior over. But even though Robinson is not
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, not.
Randall has to play big, but right now it's going to be a good series. It's going to be a defensive series. I expect some mid-90s, low 100 scoring. Even some match probably.
So go with Miami then.
Going with Miami.
I think I'm going with Miami. Jimmy B.
Yeah.
Jimmy B.
I mean, hey.
Boston. Philadelphia.
I'm going with Boston. I think Doc Rivers is the most overrated coach in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, I think James Harden is a flop artist.
Yes. James Harden is overrated as well. Both coach and player.
And Embiid.
But I think Embiid is going to play big this series.
Yeah.
That's if he. Well, I don't think he's that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Should be back for game 1. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a tough series again. I don't think Boston not really playing that well in terms of the defense. Mm-hmm. They dropped off from last year to now, and I realize that teams are scoring more and more points on them. But the problem is going to be Joel Embiid. He's a monster.
Yeah.
I watch him play a couple of even though they played against
the Nets. And the thing with Joel Embiid, he's a rim protector.
Exactly, good defense.
He's a rim protector.
Yeah, so I would definitely go with. I'm going on a limb for this one.
You're going with Philly?
I can't go with James Harden. I'm going with Boston.
I cannot go with Doc Rivers either.
I can't go with James.
Yeah.
All right.
We get back to the basketball talk, but no. Yeah.
Yeah, we have David. Is this Summerbell Senna Summerbell.
Yeah, I almost said David there.
I almost said the father.
You're going back in the past, but current.
I want to welcome Summerbell. Welcome.
You're in
Thank you. How are you?
Yeah. So which part of the world
Yeah,
you
I can
Senna?
hear. I'm traveling to a racetrack near Toronto right now, so I'm in a train.
Toronto. Yeah, because we have to keep check with you and see what's going on with you. So tell us, what are the plans for in Canada? What's going on with you?
So yeah, I mean, last year we won pretty much all we could win in Jamaica, and we did well in the Caribbean Championship. So right now, trying to get some sponsors to help me out racing the Canadian Championship, which hopefully we're aiming to win that. But yeah, I have some big plans this summer. So on Monday, I go and do my first test at Most Sport, which is like a track near Toronto, a very high-speed track. It's going like 200 kilometers up like most of the track. So it'll be a first experience for me in that sense. I've never been at the track so fast before, and then yeah, after that, try races. If I do well in the test, then yeah, I'm gonna race the championship, and yeah, hopefully do well in that.
So the championship would be like a tournament, or it would be like a series where you race every weekend and you build up points. How does that work? How does the championship work there?
No, but it's four races over the course of the summer. So four races in probably like 4 months. So racing every month, and yeah, I mean, there's some big races. I mean, one of the series is running at the same track as Indy Toronto. So there'll be some big events that we're racing at, and hopefully we promote ourselves well, you know.
Yeah. So you said the difference with the track here and there, the track there is faster, and I'm assuming bigger as well.
What makes it faster though?
It's probably like 5. I mean, just more straights and less turns. So high speed corners, so less degree in the corner. But yeah, so you're pretty much taking corners up here at 200 miles, not 200 miles, maybe like 150 miles an hour. So it's crazy fast. I've never been that fast in my life, but on Monday, I guess I'm gonna get a sense of how it is, you know.
Yeah, feel the need for speed. Oh, so you're saying there are more straights. So if you're on the straight, you have to go fast. So when you're looking forward to that corner, you have to go through that corner fast. So that makes the track faster.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, the degrees and the turns.
Yeah, just that, and the track the track is much wider as well, so you can carry much more speed, you know. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, I understand. Cause the most track I've ever seen is probably just by Dover, but I see the tracks on TV and they go fast. The cars just
So in order to get a sponsor, you have to finish in the what, like a top 10 or top 15.
No. Well, I'm trying to build up a platform. So I'm thinking of creating a YouTube channel where all of my races I can live stream to YouTube, and I found a really cool camera that can attach into my car, and so whenever I race or practice, I can live stream it to my YouTube, and hopefully that will be a leverage to get my Jamaican sponsors on board.
Shoot your shot. You can give a shout out here, because we need you to get sponsors and represent.
So what about a sponsor in Canada itself?
Yeah, I'm looking at that too. I mean, I'm sponsored by JAA, Jamaica Automobile Association, which obviously is affiliate of JN, and they have some big business in Canada. So we're looking at a couple options, and seeing what we can do. I mean, like I said, it's going to be a big investment to do the whole championship. So I'm looking at all the different sides of it. If it makes sense to rent a car, buy a car. But yeah, on Monday we'll be testing with a brand new 2023 Radical SR3, which we can race through the season if we'd like, and we're just gonna see how that goes, you know.
Okay, so on Monday you do the testing. So when is the actual race?
So the first race is the weekend of May 19th. So I'll be coming home on Tuesday. I'll be on the simulator for like 2 weeks. Getting even more used to the track, and then Dad really wants me to. He said he'll invest in me for the first race. Do well in the first race. Hopefully that will encourage more sponsors to come on board. You know.
Okay.
Oh, is it that like our ministry here in Jamaica? They cover motorsports as well in terms of
Yeah,
seeking
they do.
sponsorship
if you
from
look
the
at Fraser
ministry.
McConnell,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, if you look at Fraser McConnell, he's sponsored by the Jamaica Tourist Board. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there is potential. Like I said, when you're racing abroad, places like hotels, industries such as that would want to sponsor you. So, we'll get it done, and we're gonna take part no matter what. So, we'll get it done.
And this is geared for the races in the summer, you said, and the championship.
Yeah. So, also I have some other plans this summer. I've been in touch with one of the best racing teams in England, and he had met me in the Caribbean Championship. A guy named Rob Weldon.
Yeah.
He's actually raced against Lewis Hamilton. He's an amazing driver, and he wants to
Breaking up.
to the Canadian Championship. Get more. Sorry, you can hear me now?
Yeah, we're here. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, so I got in touch with this guy, Rob Weldon, who is, he's raced against Lewis Hamilton. He's an awesome driver, and he wants to take me kind of under the wing. So he wanted me to do the English Championship this year, which is the most prestigious championship you can go and win. And, but what we said is we do the Canadian Championship, which is a level below that, get used to high-speed tracks, and then go up to England this summer as well and test on the tracks that we'll be racing in next year. And yeah, so that's my plan for the summer.
Okay. Anything local? Anything plans for the local scene? You hear me?
Sorry, you're
Yes,
breaking up a little.
Anything planned for the
I can hear you
local
now.
scene? Yeah, anything planned for the local circuit?
Well, that's the thing. I still own my race car in Jamaica, and it really hurts me not to be at the Dover events, which I love doing. But the budget right now can't take all of it. But if we're doing the Canadian Championship, maybe we'll do a one-off race over the summer in Jamaica. But we can't put all eggs in the Jamaican basket, you know.
Yeah, because I was thinking to you're going up a level to come back down. Cause obviously Jamaica would have been at a lower level than the Canadian level, and you want to reach to the English circuit. Yes, well, to come back and race in Jamaica, that wouldn't make much. Yeah,
no.
It's a reality, though. You know, we're not saying Jamaica is no good,
like
but
you said, No, I mean Jamaica is really like I said, the Dover track is one of the hardest tracks you'll ever drive on, ever as a circuit driver. So it does improve your driving tons. The only issue is not that many cars that you're driving against. So you don't get that hands-on experience driving against 50 cars, 40 cars in a race, you know. So
okay.
That's the issue with Dover, but yeah, you can't leave out Dover. Like I said, I'm trying to get all my fans from Dover to get me sponsored in Canada, you know. So I have to keep them involved, and no matter what I do, I'll come back and drive at Dover. Or I was even thinking do something like do a drag race with my Radical SR, which is a massive thing in Jamaica, and just keep the Jamaican crowd in touch, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good move right there.
Yeah.
That's good. But I'm saying thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to the circuit in the summer. And keep us posted as usual.
And I hope you get those sponsors, because I mean we know you represent and we know you're doing big things. So all the best.
Definitely. Like I said though, definitely you'll see us. I'm putting together a whole package for my fans and my sponsors in Jamaica. So we'll be out there and you'll see us repping Jamaica hard. So thank you very much.
The backing of Peter as well, you know?
Yeah. The primal team.
Yeah.
All right. Big up, Senna.
All right.
Respect.
Keep up the good work.
Perfect.
Yeah,
thank you guys. Thank you for having me.
All right. No problem.
Right.
Thank you.
Race car driver, Senna Summerbell.
Yeah.
Looking to push on to the next level.
Yeah, following his father's footsteps and doing big things. And a lot of people don't know Senna, that was a table tennis player, top junior coming up.
Of course.
Yeah, but racing is calling, so he had to make a decision, and hey, doing big things there in the race cars.
Hey, you ever watch that movie Days of Thunder?
No, that sound like
with Tom Cruise.
I've heard about it. It's taking me way back.
And Nicole Kidman.
Remember, it's taking me way back.
Racing movie, man.
I've heard of it. You remember, I'm still young.
It's pretty much the same thing. When you say 48 cars, you have something like 48 cars racing against it, totally different than when you have like 10 and 15.
And even if you look at the Dover track kind of whiny.
It's not like
And
so
those tracks, was straight. As him say, you go fast and you have hit the corner and come around, and it's wider. So if you have more lanes to play, what you think will happen?
Exciting.
Yeah, I mean,
exciting.
And to go fast, you can imagine being in that car going that fast.
Yep.
I mean, I'm a conservative driver myself, but these police officers in Jamaica don't think so. They like to stop me and give me tickets for no reason. But hey, that's a story for another day.
Looking forward for the summertime, Canadian circuit, and I'm sure he'll keep us posted. And
one thing I know, Senna is a confident individual.
Yeah, man.
Confident. And once you have confidence, and in sports and in life, I mean, nothing will stop you. So I'm sure Senna is
having that drive, that will.
Confident youth, man. I remember his days coming up as a kid. I'm like, yo, this kid just confident. So turn big man now.
You can beat anybody.
Yeah, man. Turn big man now. And it's good to see him doing big things there. Yeah. Right. Back to the basketball. Wrap up the East, because you're saying we're both going with Boston.
Of course.
Boston. Of course. So we're looking forward to a Boston-Miami conference finals. I mean, I'm used to making good picks, so I mean, I'm gonna shrug off all of that.
You should be able to come through with this one, because I'm picking the same
just
team
because both of us picking.
All right, so we'll go to the West now. We know that we have a match tonight at 7 p.m. Tonight. Denver versus the Suns, Phoenix Suns.
This one I don't know who to go with.
Well, I know your heart is with the Joker. I know the Joker is your favorite player.
No, Luka is my favorite player. But I like the Joker. I like the Joker.
I give him.
But KD hard for God. They can't stop KD, and Booker look like him stepping up. Booker look like them man, and Booker is a young Kobe protege, and everybody knows Kobe is my player. Smooth player. Yeah, and I'm giving you both defense and offense. So I mean, it's tough. Phoenix looks tough.
Oh yes, we have now the man of the moment, Mr. Tulan, over there at GC Foster, the Panam Championship, badminton Panam Championship. He's checking with us now. He's going to give us the results of the 3-day championship. Welcome, Mr. Tulan.
Thank you for having me. Just wrapped up our award ceremony.
Oh, okay. So the tournament is done now.
Well, the individual championship has ended. So we move in about 20 minutes over to the beach, to the sandpit, where the Pan American Air Badminton Championships will begin.
Okay.
So and how long will that last for?
That ends tomorrow night. About 8 p.m.
All right, so give us a rundown of the indoor championships and the results of our Jamaican athletes first and foremost.
Well, Jamaica, firstly, the championships, from what we gather just from the tournament officials, from the regional body, has been a success, in terms of the organization of it and it running smooth. I think we got a pretty good grade, so we're thankful for that.
Yes.
Team Jamaica I think they did as expected. Our top athletes, Samuel Talia, didn't do too badly. They went to the mixed doubles quarterfinals. They actually beat the number 3 seeds in the first round, so that was very impressive. Samuel made it to the round of 16, lost the Howard Chu of the USA in a 3-setter. And Bradley Evans and Samuel Ricketts, for the first time ever pairing together, made it to the quarterfinals of the men's doubles. So, for Jamaica, it wasn't a bad result. For the rest of our players who are not elite players at this point in time, I think it was a good learning experience for them. And their eyes, I think, were very open, because their exposure up until this point has really been local badminton. And, with COVID and the lull that the sport had, I think it was important for them to get a real gist of where we need to be. So we think that was achieved.
Okay. So who won the tournament for both male and female singles?
So singles was Brian Young from Canada, and for men, and women's singles was Michelle Lee from Canada. Canada actually won all events here
Okay.
today.
Oh.
All
So Canada
finals.
is the top team in this Panam region.
Yeah, they're the top team in the Panam region. They're the number 12 team in the world.
Okay.
You know, but you know, they also had some very good victories because there are other top athletes here who, you know, were featured. Kevin Cordon, who was fourth in the last Olympics, he lost yesterday in the semifinals.
Okay.
And you know, so that was a really good game.
The fourth.
And,
Okay.
yeah, he was fourth in the Olympics last year.
Okay.
14 wow, that's high level.
Yeah, that's high level. Today, Michelle Lee from Canada defeated Baywen Zhang from the US. They're like number 12, I think Michelle is, and Baywen is number 14. So, you know, in the world. So even though Canada won everything, you know, the competition, and they're the best in the region, the competition was very intense, very
competitive.
Yeah, man. It was high intensity.
Okay.
All right. So tell us about this air badminton.
So air badminton. So this is the inaugural Pan American Air Badminton Championship. So we're the guinea pigs. It's the first time it's being hosted, and it's a direct qualifier to the World Beach Games this summer. So it's outdoor badminton. It's played on a sandpit. So it's like a T20 atmosphere. You know, there's music playing out there. You know, people are in their sunglasses, diving for shuttles. You know, it's outdoor badminton. I don't think we've ever seen it like this. We've never seen it in Jamaica.
Sorry to break it. What kind of flooring you say it is? Sand?
It's on a sandpit. So similar to beach volleyball. So beach volleyball can also be played in that area.
Wow.
So we're actually utilizing the beach volleyball pitch at GC Boston. It was improved for this championship. So, you know, it's a very good surface right now.
So the same athletes that competed in the indoor badminton championships will be competing in the...
Some. Other teams other countries have sent a separate team for air badminton.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, to play in the sand though, man, is a whole heap of leg work, that man.
Oh, yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm picturing it and that just seems rough.
Yes, that rough, man. Stop and go, change the direction and in the sand.
Yeah. And a lot of diving, and you know, it's 3 on a court, not 2. So
okay, 3 on a court. Okay.
Yeah. So
is it
gonna
mixed
be fun.
or is it mixed?
There's a mixed championship today, but the qualifiers for the World Beach Games are going to be straight male and straight female teams. So that competition is tomorrow. So today is a mixed championships.
Okay. And we have Jamaican athletes representing.
Man, we have to be in it.
So Samuel Ricketts, for example, playing in the...
No, Samuel won't be playing.
Okay,
Samuel won't be playing. And what you find is a lot of the athletes, I guess because of the newness of it and Olympics being next year, they've opted to say, hey, let's not risk it because this is very new to us. And, you know, it's a different
environment.
Surface. You know, different environment, you know. So
because I see badminton players jumping way up to spike.
Yeah, man.
Spike, but hit the shuttle. Like, imagine doing that in the sun.
It would be interesting. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Oh, so this year is so this year is actually the first time for air badminton world championships.
So this is the first time it's being introduced at the World Beach Games. So the game itself was introduced by the World Federation maybe about 5 years ago.
5 years.
And, you know, it's been, you know, growing. So, you know, it's now at that level where the Enoch has said, you know, we wanted to be a part of the World Beach Games.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So
congrats on organizing a good championships. And look for, and I think that you should try to bring more international players here in the future.
Yeah.
That's the plan. That's what we want to do. I think
man.
You know, I think that was one of our objectives. You know, we've gotten thumbs up from the regional body, from the tournament referees to say, hey, this was well organized. For the most part, we're happy with everything. And wherever there were glitches, they saw where it was dealt with immediately. So, you know, I think we've been able to kind of convey confidence to the regional body. So for us, this is just another step in the pathway to, you know, bidding for more events. And
maybe a couple of years down the line, we can host the World Championships. That would be a big
Well,
one.
that's where my headspace is. Maybe
Yes.
maybe 7 years down the line there, but because it has to be deliberate. As we host these things, there has to be a local objective as well. Is it that we're preparing our juniors, so we're gonna host that event 2 years from now, Panam Juniors. So our juniors are ready. And what's the goal if we're gonna bid 7 years from now for World Championships? We want to ensure that we have a player pathway for some local players to be competitive there versus just saying, hey, we hosted a championship.
Yes,
definitely. We agree.
But so congrats, keep up the good work and keep us posted as usual. But thank you for coming on and
yeah, man.
and
Thank you
sharing
for
with us
having me. We
all the
appreciate
results.
it.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Okay, Mr.
Okay,
Tolan.
great. Take
Yeah,
care.
man.
Bye, bye.
Bye, EJ.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
We reached that was VJ Tolan.
Yes.
And now we reach the halfway point. Or not the halfway point, but it's time for sports commentary with the controversy boss himself.
Greetings, one and all.
All right, Peter. Your turn.
What a day of sports it's been. But today, before I go into my regular commentary, I just want to give a couple of results. Today was supposed to be the big clash between Sharika, Shakari, and Elaine. And I've been scouring the internet only to find out that our two runners did not run. I don't know. I've not been able to find the results showing that they participated. But I'm athletics. Why is it we can't get information straight? Why is it so many times we hear about clashes, especially clashes involving Shakari, where people don't turn up and so on? What is it? Shakari just ran a very fast time the other day. And so I would have wanted to see how she did in the 200 with our girls. Let me continue the results. So Shakari came second in the women's 200, losing to a US runner, Kayla White, who won in 22.38. I had previously made a prediction as to how fast Sharika would have run, and I thought she would have dipped below the 22-second mark. So it's a shame she didn't run. I don't know what the reason is. We'll find out the reason at some other point. Tebogo won the men's 200, and he's another one to watch. Tebogo is going to be exciting this year for me, both in the 1 and the 2. But I don't think he won the 100. I think he came second in the 100. The 100 was won by, what's his name? The Kenyan, Oman Yala, which is another one to watch with a time of 9.78 seconds, which is a pretty decent time with Tobago doing 9.91. These are good times for the start of the season. Something exciting going to happen in athletics. But, in Jamaica, we have a lot of strife, we have a lot of conflicts, we have a lot of fights. And you have to have some guy who is the expert on fights. Some people around this table want to claim to be the expert, but there's only one expert on fights. We made a bet last week that Ryan, my bet was that Tank Gervonta Davis would have beaten Ryan Garcia. I probably even told you the round. I told you how the fight was going. Nobody had to watch the fight. Just make your bet. The Schwab on the other and put up some resistance because
I'm a
he likes to bet, Yeah. But the fight went exactly as I thought. The one who weathered the storm, because Ryan did come with some heat, but Tank weathered the storm and with a well-placed shot to the solar plexus region, Ryan took the knee and could not continue. His nose was dripping. I think he was concerned about his looks. There's a promise that somebody was going to break somebody's jaw. No jaws were broken. And the two guys are now good friends and all that kind of thing. The trash talking thing is beginning to get to me because I get excited about fights now because of the quality of the trash talking. It started with Conor McGregor, who him and Money made some good trash talking. And we got excited. And for the first time, I spent my $80 to watch a pay-per-view fight. What crap. It was just really talking. This fight is similar. I think the trash talking at the hype was more exciting than the actual fight. Nowadays, we don't have many boxers to get excited about. I think all the greats are gone. For some reason, we got all the great at one time. And so it started with Sugar Ray and Hagler. And all these guys came at the same time. All of these guys would have been world champions in any other era. Hitman Hearns, as you rightfully say, Hands of Stone, And all these guys came roundly up. Michael McCollum came about the same time. Probably Julian Jackson. All came about the same time. And now we have a paucity, a dearth of no fighters around. And therefore, boxing is not as exciting. So where do I look? We look to UFC. UFC is more exciting than boxing. I saw more vibes from the crowd, more excitement. There's more to watch in UFC. UFC 288 is coming up. Aljamain Sterling, who is currently listed as an American, is going to be fighting against Henry Cejudo. Sterling is a Jamaican. The man played Jamaican music. His parents are Jamaican, but USA claims him for now. There's a little youth run a time in college thing the other day I hear them claiming. Some people say him come from Senegal, some say him come from Lesotho, all kind of thing. I notice when people do well, they're American until they foul up. Aljamain, I'm tipping Aljamain next week Saturday to pin Henry Cejudo in the second or third round. It's very hard to escape when Aljamain have you. And I haven't win by either rear naked choke or by the armbar. Don't ask me how I know these things. I'm just a fighting gog. All right. So I need to say something about table tennis. Table tennis, Macau, WTT Macau. Big upset. Harimoto, the third rank in the world, probably fourth rank in the world. Lost in the very first round to an unnamed Chinese. What a thing. In WTT Macau, there was also another significant thing that Adriana Diaz, Puerto Rican girl, got to the semifinals and came close to beating Chen Qintang. Chen Qintang won the tournament and Adriana did well. So I was very impressed with that. The finals was played between Lin Gao Yuan, the most famous choker in the world, and John Woo Jin. Lin Gao Yuan is famous for having led some of the best matches in the world, led his opponent up to the final, and then just suddenly got stiff and unable to win. So I'm pleased for Lin Gao Yuan that he was able to finally get the monkey off his back. So congratulations to him, and congratulations to the participants of the recently concluded WTT Macau. The World Championships is coming up next. And so the winner of this, Lin Gao Yuan, will be able to represent the Chinese team. So it was very important. That's sports commentary. What say you?
Yeah, these guys pick Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis and I pick Ryan Garcia. And yeah, my pick didn't come through, but it was a good fight. And I mean, it lived up to expectation.
You thought it was a good fight? I thought it was boring.
I mean,
I thought the pre-show before the fight was exciting.
It was a decent fight. It was a decent
and the
fight.
build up to the fight, I thought the fight was boring.
Yeah, I mean,
no punches thrown in a couple rounds. Everybody's
you can't just go brawling just like that. It's
Man,
boxing. It's not UFC.
You remember Sugar Ray and all these guys back in the days, man. Oh man, that was boxing, man. This is
Just
not
go there and
boxing.
start show
man, them start fight, man. That's the excitement.
You can't stay there. I do remember the phone lines are open. 1-876-552-7406. That's via WhatsApp only. 1-876-552-7406. Yeah. I'd have to thank Davis. I mean, it's a big victory, and I like to see the top fighters in boxing fighting each other, not ducking each other. Hopefully we'll get a part 2, and I hear that Shakur Stevenson, I think his name, might be the next boxer to throw his hat in the ring to try topple Tank Davis. So yeah, I like when the top fighters fight each other.
Yeah, no more running and hiding, eh?
Yeah, and ducking like
but Peter
fighting their prime. Yeah, you have to fight.
But I agree with Peter though. Boxing isn't exciting.
Yeah, it's not exciting
anymore.
And I go leave my picks, my fighting picks off the table. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Yeah. So I'm not too versed in the fighting field.
But do you like UFC though?
Yes, man. I like
it.
Yes, man. UFC is exciting. Yeah, man. Adesanya and you name it. That's what Conor McGregor come out and John Jones, UFC have a storyline to it, and one thing we know Americans know to advertise things, and they advertise it well. To see the fights now is a bit of an issue, but I mean the hype, and it comes week in, week out. There are fights, you don't have to wait. You set up a boxing fight, you have to wait 6 months down the line. UFC.
All right. I hear Peter touch on something. You think what's happening in track and field in terms of the ducking? you know, everybody's hide. Yeah, it's similar to boxing now, you know. They set up a big meet here, Sharika, Shakari, here, all this big race, and then when you look, the starting lineup, nobody's there.
Yeah.
You know that.
It's all advertisement, you know.
Yeah,
advertisement.
they hide
You
it.
have to pay the bills, you know.
Okay.
Sports is a business, you know, so they try
okay.
to hype it up sometime and then it doesn't pull through. Our first caller today. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Primal Sports. Good afternoon. No, you tell us how it go. Yeah, big up. Yeah. This sounds like the Citizen. Oh, jeez. The Holy Citizen. Yeah.
It's on extra happy.
Yeah, so I'm let me guess, you're going to talk about Man City today. I was going to ask you a sporting topic, but I'm pretty sure it's along the line of Manchester City and what they have.
We have to begin there. Why not?
Yeah.
You can see for the past week, if not months, we have been outstanding in some of the most scintillating, exciting, you can say, words you can describe.
You said, yeah.
My team performing at the moment, and you know what I mean? It's an overwhelming feeling to me.
So you have Man City, Man U FA Cup final. You have Real Madrid, the top team in UEFA in Champions League history, to top off with Man City. So you have the derby in the FA Cup final. I mean, you just defeat Arsenal midweek, destroyed Arsenal, and seem to have the EPL title. You've been knocking on the door.
And the aim, I think all the players, as they can see, they respond what we have for the past probably month or two. We have been there and done that, but
Is this the year? Is this the year for Man City to lift the treble?
In Europe, Champions League,
Mm-hmm.
and when you're dominant, you have to show things for it. And the biggest of the prize, you know what I mean? The elite prize.
Yeah.
That's the only thing hanging over us at the moment.
And I'm sure your neighbors.
Used to compare Lionel Messi not being the greatest player of all time only because he has won the World Cup.
Yeah.
So I guess when we win the Champions League,
Yeah.
win the Premier League for the third time, 5 times in the last 6 years, you can see the right man on the wall at the moment.
Yeah.
Because Arsenal started to wobble.
Yeah.
My players them, like Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan.
Yeah.
These are season players. They come on to the business end of the season. They have to win 14, 15 game on the champ.
Yeah.
Arsenal cannot do that.
Yeah.
So as you can see, them started to come under the pressure.
With 3 straight draws. Yeah.
I mean, City started to change over the years. Honestly speaking, my team always been brilliant for the past several years. We have the pedigree. Go on, we always look like a championship team. Last year it was a free.
I remember.
That thing I have a free accident. And you can say like, you know, a tornado just come out of nowhere. But how many times you ever see that happen again? Maybe in another 100 years. You understand?
Yeah.
We did have them even last year. And trust me, this time around, up against
Madrid.
Yeah.
We always say revenge is the sweetest joy. We don't think the players, them listening to them, speaking, the manager, it's not more of a revenge to us. It's not about that. It's going out there, playing our best football, which we have been playing for the past months, doing the job, getting over the line, and just creating history for ourselves. Because that's what we're here for, to create name for ourselves. That's the next generation and generation can go on and speak about Manchester.
Real citizen. Real citizen.
We'll make names for themselves. That's what we're doing.
I remember, as I said, 10 years ago, City was dubbed the noisy neighbors. Now, Manchester United, to me, are the noisy neighbors, and they don't want Man City to win a treble? Because Manchester United won a treble.
You run a very nice program, you guys, and I don't talk to stupid about football.
Yeah.
I'm biased people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have seen it's like back in the past. It happens not just in football. It happens in many aspects of our life. You just don't outline it and see it. But sometimes, like for instance, let me use this as a prime example. You're used to chase a girl half bar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you do get her and you stamp your authority.
Yeah. Yeah.
Know the table turn.
Yeah.
So she started to chase you.
Yeah.
So back in the past, we used to live in Manchester United shadow. Now they become our shadow.
Okay, chase it.
All right.
Yeah. But I mean,
They cannot see the glory days. And we make people talk about Manchester. Nobody would remember them right now.
yeah, that's a good one. But I mean, Man City lining up to win the treble, and in upcoming weeks we'll see what they have to say about that, because you have to, as I said, stamp your class. And I see you guys winning the FA Cup. I see you guys winning the league.
Alan jersey to wear in the final. I'm a champion. I already started to chill. It was freezing, and I take it out of the freezer, and it's chilling.
It's chilling.
The pop up after the final.
After which final?
We must Champion League.
I can tell you this, and I'm putting my whole football experience online.
Yeah.
Not just playing the game,
Yeah.
but talking about it. I bet it everything. I will finish with football.
Yeah.
Manchester City don't lift the Champions League this season, right?
Wow. You heard it here on Primal. We have you on record, you know. We have you on record.
No. I've been on over 100 record already.
Yeah.
Everybody doing that. And I'm serious.
So you say if Man City don't win the Champions League,
That's why I said that.
you put down football. All right. But yeah, even so, congrats to your player Haaland breaking the EPL record.
Yeah.
Most goals, Erling Haaland breaking the EPL goals record for a 38 game season. You hear me? The noise in the background.
Yeah, I wasn't hearing you just now.
I'm saying Haaland, we have to big up Haaland breaking the EPL record, goal scoring record.
To this guy, a player like that.
What's that now? 30.
As I've been telling you early on in the season, when we do sign,
A lot of interference in the background.
believe as the reason on that. That's the players them twice believe that this was a missing link, and you can see the danger what he possessed. You cannot defend against him.
No.
If you try to play a man mark, him I go bully you and rough you up. If you give him space, him I go drive at you and him have pace. And if you give him a stiff at a goal, him gonna finish off in fine style.
2 assists to De Bruyne. Earlier in the week, he had 2 assists as well. So he's distributing the ball as well.
And some previous space before. So him have a mixture of everything. They call him the Viking.
The Viking.
The player is a new face for the game right now.
I'm
Let's stay with the going away a couple seasons after, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It is him and Kylian Mbappe, everybody else. But he has stepped up massively.
Yeah.
They've transformed him into a monster. He already have been good.
Yeah.
You cannot give him a push like that. He's so tactical within his right of the game.
Yeah.
Improving player like Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
Turning them into a mega star.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland, he haven't reached the level of Lionel Messi, and I don't think he will probably reach that level.
Nobody will reach that level.
Superstar.
Yeah.
Manchester City have talent, base and everything. Big talent. Erling Haaland can bring in us a lot of jerseys here, like how you have Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo.
True.
That's the level. I see supporter running out to the field, grabbing after the player also. That's the level.
You know what? We're going to get you a spot for so when Manchester City, if and when, according to you, Manchester City lift the title. When Man City lift the title, we're going to bring in on the program and we're going to run a full length hour Man City. But for now, we have to go. It's called
cut off.
All
Right.
right.
Yeah, that's the citizen.
There's a
right
citizen.
there.
Man City doing big things. I mean,
Mr. Allen break the record, EPL record.
EPL record, and a lot of games left to play. I think it's 8 games left to play, and he's continuing scoring goals. And as City win the league, Arsenal with those 3 draws, I mean, I don't see them bouncing back after that.
And the
Man City
momentum is obviously the momentum shift. You know,
I think City will win the FA Cup final as well.
Yeah.
I'm not so sold on the Champions League.
In terms of
I'm going with one of the Milan clubs in the Champions League. But I mean, City is definitely one of, if not the best team in the world. And
Is Pep Guardiola a great coach?
one of the greatest coaches.
I hear City the same transform players and
Yeah, one of the greatest coaches of all time.
You think so?
One of, yeah.
You think him help
Top
Messi?
coach.
You
Yeah,
think
man.
this guy helped Messi to reach?
No, I think Messi help him.
You think Messi helped him?
Yeah. Oh, he's a genius in his own right. He's a tactician. I mean, playing tiki-taka football and getting the players. As I said, you have
So
to
he brought
manage.
that style of football. He brought that.
In a sense. I mean, it's evolving from the total football, the whole Johan Cruyff back in the 70s come. But
Belgium.
I mean, hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I was having some technical
We're just about to wrap up with it because you're going. I was telling you that you need a full hour to talk about Manchester City.
And answer the question about Pep. Ask him the question about Pep.
Yeah. You think Pep is the greatest football coach of all time?
If he's the greatest football coach.
Yeah, in terms of like you say him transform players and build Grealish.
Based on his achievement, based on his playing style,
His influence.
everybody right now want to be like City. Everybody try to copy how City play. He do it in Germany, he do it in England,
And Spain.
and he do it in Spain, and he improve a lot of players. Get them to play a different type of way. Just check John Stone now, for example. He has been one of City most secret assassin for the past 2 months or maybe more.
Yeah.
He always in that.
Him improve John Stones, touches and passes.
Look at Nathan Aki, we're buying from the championship after Bowman get relegated. He has transformed the player into a monster.
What do you think about Messi?
$11 million fee.
What about Messi? What about Messi? What you thought Pep helped Messi's football career?
Of course, Pep.
Improve him game over. Okay.
Because at the time you did have Yaya touring and their prime time and lots of big name. But he ran for the youth because you see the potential. I remember you have to be given the chance. A lot of youth nowadays have the quality and the talent, but they don't get a chance to prove themselves.
Oh, you need a coach. You need a coach to teach him.
And you have to have a coach. You have to be coached to play a particular way, how to utilize the talent and everything.
So who you say is his rival in terms of coaching?
No,
when you look
all
back on the
time.
history.
Alex Ferguson.
Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, Alex Ferguson.
No, that's of all time. Just based on history in terms of coaching and changing the game.
Sir Alex Ferguson, you cannot take thing away from it.
Okay.
Yeah, Alex Ferguson.
Arsene Wenger.
Pep Mr. Arsenal. But
Yeah.
But Pep is definitely a great coach. All right. And I was saying, when Man City wins the treble, we'll have you on the show for you to talk 1 hour about Man City. All right. Thanks for the call.
All right, sister. So I will leave it right there.
All right, it's a pleasure having you on the program as always.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Big up.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Kane, it's a Pep change. Where you were mentioning the guys them from back in this the Belgium, right? The Belgium team from back in the days.
If
The free
football has
forward kind of-
evolved and Pep style of play. I mean, and the thing with Pep used everybody African pass from the back comes straight
From
up.
backline.
Keeper, the backline is, and they say improve John Stone, as the caller said. To me, John Stone was a liability. No, John Stone is a ball handler, making passes, making runs. I mean, scoring the odd goal here and there. So yeah, he improves players and tiki taka, knock and move.
Yeah.
I
So you
mean,
think
with
he
the ball,
could
with the work.
improve Jamaican the reggae boys? I think if he's a great coach.
I mean, I think he can improve once he spend time with the players. I think the players, Pep in a system where he have him week in, week out. You know, he have your risk every day.
Every day. Oh, yes, because it's a club
With country football, it's different. I mean, you see the players every international window and they don't gel together as a team like in club football. So it's
you
different.
just said the level of a Champion League would be much higher than a World Cup in terms of the actual football. And I'm talking about the hype and the value of the
course.
tournament. So Champion League football is a much higher quality than World
because you
Cup.
pick the best players out of the world, you buy them from wherever each club, country, and they come and they play. So
club football in general will be more. You see better football.
I mean, if you have Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi on one team.
Even without Neymar and Mbappe, that's the fact that you said that because they're always together, they play better quality.
Yeah, they play
football.
better. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay,
Just that now, World Cup is more intense because it's national pride involved.
And value. And
value playing for your country.
Marketing and
all of that.
Big,
so you pour your heart, your passion in it. You know, it's club football is more work.
Yeah.
And country football is more passion. It's not like you're doing it to get. You get paid, yes, but you know the bread is for club and country is just for passion, for legacy, for all that. That's why Messi, if you ask Messi, which one do you choose to win one World Cup or to give up his 7 Ballon d'Ors? He'd give up his 7 Ballon d'Ors easy just to win one World Cup or even
the prestige,
club football.
Yeah, the prestige.
To win with the country is the highest level. But in terms of actuality, in the level of football that you play, the highest level of your teammates will be better at your club.
Of course.
So
and the whole system and everything. I get the point. Because night every day you're around the same play. You'll get familiar with the movement.
You train them week in, week out, one coach. So you do it time and time over and over again instead of one international window you go and play.
So in other words, Jamaican football, the reggae boys, let's just touch a little bit. So the reggae boys now, if we really want to become a world beaten football, we need to just have a set of youth here where we just train night in, night out. And maybe just have 1 or 2 addition when the time comes.
Once you have them up to that level,
that could be a model.
Once you're up to the level, I mean, the quality, they will get better and then you'll have better results once you get used to each other.
More cohesive, yeah.
But then again, these players have to eat. So they will have to play club football and the better they get and they go out. So they have to eat. So you have to earn. So will Jamaica pay them?
Yeah.
And then when a lucrative contract comes along, you're going to go to England and get
So you're saying
pounds.
that maybe Saudi Arabia and these countries that have all the money, maybe them can try something like this and eventually win a World Cup next 12 years from now. Have all the players stay there because they can fund it.
No, but you have to have the quality too. I mean, but the gap is closing.
Obviously
The gap is closing because everybody is playing high level football now. We see Morocco, we see Saudi Arabia, we see these countries.
I think these oil countries,
these countries are
just
closing
so
the
we
gap.
can just settle a quick debate that just arose. The IFHHS, which is the International Football Federation, Hall of Fame of Statistics and Surveys.
Yeah, man.
They have some establishment in Germany somewhere from about 1930 something, keep all these statistics. So they compile a list from the beginning of time, that was in the year of Jesus, all the way to 2022 of who were the most successful coaches in history. So I'm about to, if I can get a drum roll, number 1 coach in all history, Sir Alex Ferguson. Number 2 coach in all history, Jose Mourinho of Portugal. And guess who's at number 3?
Ancelotti?
Joseph Guardiola.
Pep Guardiola.
Yes, Pep Guardiola. Number 4, Arsene Wenger. And further down, there's somebody called Joachim Low. I don't know him.
The German coach.
Yes, I don't know him. Oh,
You know
that
him.
guy, I know him.
Yeah, you do know
nice
him.
haircut,
Yeah,
nice suit.
yeah.
I know the guy.
Joachim Low, you know him.
And Carlo Ancelotti,
Yeah,
who we
Carlo.
all know is somewhere at number 6. Diego Simeone, who we all know from Argentina, he's at number 8. And Didier Deschamps from France rounds out the top 10.
Yeah, it's,
So not bad, not bad.
the way
not
they
bad
do these
statistics.
statistics, I mean,
Yeah, man,
club
they
country,
know their
they-
stuff. They know their
so-
stuff.
But as I said,
So
Alex
you'd have
Ferguson.
put Fergie.
Pep is number 2.
You'd have put Fergie.
Pep is 3, behind
You'd have
Jose.
put Fergie over Pep.
Yes.
Yeah, Ferguson.
Alex Ferguson pick his players from early. Remember Manchester City, you know. He
And
would
Pep-
take
but more or less.
Alex Ferguson
Pep have
pick up
more
a Beckham.
influence on football in terms of style of play.
No, Sir Alex Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Alex Ferguson have a body.
No, hold
of
on,
work.
Peter.
Pep is a
Listen to-
new man. Pep new man.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
changing the game.
Yes.
The way the game is played. Don't you
Yes.
think Pep is more influential in that
I
department?
mean, Steph Curry changed the game more than anybody else.
Yeah.
That doesn't make him the greatest.
For me,
Agree.
for
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
Alex Ferguson.
Shaq changed the game.
Alex Ferguson
Shaq
has
is
to
not the
win
greatest.
matches. He have to spot talent. In terms of spotting
Alex
talent.
Ferguson did more with less.
With less?
Yeah, that's correct.
Than Pep?
Less money.
Yeah.
Pep have more money.
And the
at-
type
at
of
his
players he had
fingertips.
in his squad.
Yeah. So I've
a
given
peer
to Alex
started for- a
Ferguson.
peer started for that side.
And remember,
Tactical, so you give it to Fergie,
Yeah.
everything.
I give it to
Managing
Fergie.
ego,
And by
time.
the way, the experts have given it to Fergie.
No, I'm the
So-
expert right here. You don't have to listen.
And the
I said Alex
Except
Ferguson.
for boxing. The
Yeah,
experts-
I tell you guys, I'm a love another fighter. I leave the jiu-jitsu and UFC and all of those things.
Okay, so,
things that-
so it's a Fergie.
Yeah. I give it to him.
Yeah, and
I give
plus, he won, I think, 13 Premier League titles, won 2 Champions League. But even so, one of his biggest claim to fame, even before that, he was recruited by Manu because he won in Scotland with Aberdeen. And down there, Rangers and Celtic reign
Yeah, the big
supreme.
two clubs in
So
Scotland.
imagine you have, say, for instance, Casey and Calabar champs.
Yes.
And then Alex Ferguson take
Clarendon.
Magati High.
Yes.
And win boys.
Excelsior.
Win boys.
Yeah.
No, Excelsior cannot win. We're not giving Excelsior.
So well, deal. Greatest coach of all time, table tennis.
Wow. That one is tough.
It's 2 people. It's between 2 people. Probably
Lugo
3.
Young.
I knew you would say that because you don't know Kai Genoa.
I don't.
Kai Genoa was a coach
the
before.
original Chinese
Kai
coach.
Genoa, yeah. And then, yeah.
I don't.
I think the greatest tactician is Goulian, though.
More than Kai Genoa? I think Kai Genoa knew his matchups better. He knew who he was going to play.
Yeah,
And he might pick a chopper and come one next day with a penal and did these kinds of things.
China beat
Liu
everybody.
Guoliang,
China beat
I
everybody.
think it's Liu Guoliang.
China beat everybody.
In terms of tactics.
China beat everybody. So it's-
In-game tactics,
Yes,
I think
yes,
it's Goulian.
yes.
I think it's Goulian. But in terms of the other structure part, maybe is
Kai
We
Genoa.
must go research it.
Yeah,
yeah.
but back to
Yes.
football.
Back
So we
to
have some Arsenal batch in the league. I mean, with 3 draws and a loss to Man City now. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Paramount Sports. Of all time.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
He's on his way up.
But I sitting here and I'm wondering how is it that nobody mentioned Carlo Ancelotti?
No, we said Carlo
Ken
Ancelotti.
said
Give me the 10.
Ancelotti.
Give me the 10.
I think he's at dropping number 2.
No. Carlo Ancelotti don't win enough leagues.
Yeah, well, finding don't win enough leagues.
He don't win enough leagues.
What, 5 different leagues?
Only once.
See here?
Yeah.
He has 4 Champions League to his name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's up there. He's in the top 10. But the hardest title to win is probably the league title. And he's only won once in all these countries.
Once with Chelsea, once with Bayern, once with PSG, once with Real Madrid, and AC Milan. So 5 different clubs.
Yeah. But how many years? Man,
Over a decade.
more than a decade. He's not won enough leagues. He's been at teams and he's won Champions League fine, but he hasn't won enough leagues.
But him in the top 10.
He's in the top 10.
Only one thing. Kirk only won 3 leagues with Barcelona.
That's more.
3 with Bayern.
That's more than Carlo Ancelotti,
With City.
and that's more than.
My thing
That's
is,
more than-
you know why I like Pep? Because Pep brought me back to football.
Where did you go?
I stopped watching
Where
football.
were
No,
you?
the style of play that Pep brought to Barcelona, I started watching little football because of him.
Was it the same style that Frank Rijkaard was using?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they're a super team. I mean, they're a super team.
Pep came at that point when boy, I don't want to say this, but I think Messi more helped Pep than Pep helped Messi.
I mean, Messi,
Partnerships are important, you know.
Messi would help anybody.
Pep got highlighted because of
Messi would make me look like the greatest coach.
But didn't
the whole they were playing, because Barca has always been playing in tiki-taka. Even Arsenal was playing tiki-taka with Vietnam. And in that team, and Patrick Vieira, and Barcelona had a one-time try.
Even so, if you look at that, look on the list. Wenger is even high on the list. You know why Wenger is high on the list? Why you think Arsene Wenger is high on that list of top coaches all time?
He's high on your list.
Because he won titles, style up. Plus he won with the Invincibles. With the Invincibles, and he won.
Wasn't purchasing big buys now, not like that. He was just playing this type of football like English league was not used to, but they were just not winning it.
I think he won like 3 titles.
Had a hard time against them.
How many titles he had? I think three Premier League titles. But the key to that is that he had an invincible season.
Invincible team, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, league titles are hard to win. To win over a 38-game league, that's tough. To me, Carlo Ancelotti hasn't done that enough. That's why he's in the top 10, but that's why he hasn't got more credit.
probably a little bit lower down the order. Yeah.
He might even win one more Champions League this year. He's in the mix. And Real Madrid isn't playing.
Number 5.
And even so, Real Madrid is not playing top level football like that. They had a good run in a competition, a knockout format tournament, which is a Champions League, and so fine. But what are they doing in the league? It's harder to win a 38-game league. And I think that's why these guys are over him. But hey, Carlo Ancelotti is a top coach.
I still have Ancelotti higher than Pep.
No.
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 Pep is a good tactician, yes. But if you look at the head-to-head between both of these coaches, Ancelotti has the edge.
Head-to-head in terms of what?
Head-to-head, yeah, between Ancelotti and Pep.
Yeah,
Often they have faced each other.
they probably don't face each other that much, but I have to check it out.
All right.
And they are good tacticians.
But guess what? We don't have to wait long for it. We do have to wait long for it. City going to play Real Madrid in coming weeks. So that's Pep versus Ancelotti again.
It's a very interesting question to who is the best. And the citizen, I don't know, sometimes the kind of delusion already. No,
but you're the noisy neighbor now, because you're a Man U fan. You're the noisy neighbor now. And that FA Cup final, I wonder who go make the noise.
With the trouble, I will always be noisy, and they will not get in any trouble this year.
There you go. You have to stop that. You have Manchester United versus Man City FA Cup.
I'm tipping Real Madrid.
Oh, so you're not backing Man U to beat them in the FA Cup final.
If I wanted to face Real Madrid.
Yes, you're sounding like the noisy neighbor now, because you're not backing to stop the trouble with your team, but you're backing a next team to stop the trouble for you. So Man City versus Man U FA Cup final. Who are you going with?
Man U.
There you go. So stop the trouble. You say you're not going to get the trouble, so stop them yourself.
The trouble being stopped, you know.
Okay, so now we're going to go win one title for the year, which is the Premier League title. That's what you're saying. Well, fair enough. We will see. I think they'll win 2.
I can boast of winning 2 titles.
I think they're going to win the FA Cup and they're going to win the league. I'll give it a back in one of the Milan sides to win Champions League.
I did call the league long before, so they will be winning the league by 2 or more points. Because Arsenal will be crumbling after that Liverpool game.
Yeah.
So said, so done.
Yep.
And the rate they're going now, they possibly may just come third. Because this Newcastle team is not joking.
Yeah. Well, and you said that again. You called weeks before saying Newcastle will make the top 4. And by the looks of things, because they destroyed Tottenham at 6-1 earlier in the week. Destroyed. Oh. Yeah.
And they should be facing Arsenal. And Arsenal should also be facing Chelsea. And you don't know which Chelsea will turn up.
I mean, I would mind Chelsea being relegated, to tell you the truth. Spending all that money in that transfer window. I would mind Chelsea getting relegated. spending all that money.
Well, they're 1 point behind the Magic 40, so they won't be getting anything.
Yeah.
All right.
They're 1 point behind the Magic 40. But good show, guys. Every week,
Big up.
great team. Primal team is up there. Number one right now in everybody's heart.
Yeah.
Full show every week and just keep up the good work and the sky's the limit.
Yeah, man.
All
Respect,
right,
respect.
Prime. Yeah, man.
Yeah, has been disqualified after running 9.78, I think it was. Disqualified for stepping out of his lane in 100 meters.
In 100 meters.
I don't understand.
So,
whether I'm going
if
to
it's straight, and step out your lane.
But listen, did not happen in Calabar with Calabar and Casey recently.
Yeah.
So people can run out of the lane.
And this is,
I mean,
that's
come
straight.
on,
There's no
it was straight
advantage.
lane.
There's no advantage.
He'd probably
though.
run more if him step out
No,
your
some
lane.
of these guys start ragged though, you know. As I said, they start listening to one side and then,
Interfere with the next
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Oh, well, if it's
So he
interference-
was disqualified.
978 doing them.
Yeah, but they say it's a
978
Corrigot event, so it doesn't matter. It would not be a world record or anything. So,
Oh, well,
Corrigot.
978 is
It's a serious time.
a serious.
I mean,
Nobody not run. No mill sprinter not running that right.
And Tebogo was 9.91.
Yeah, he's around about.
There might have been
that
some
same.
wind there as well. I'm checking the wind speed. I haven't gotten the wind speed yet.
Yeah,
What
touching
you-
on chats, Rashid McDonald ran 44.97 earlier, and that's a decent time. First, he's running so fast since 2015. He was the national record holder at one point. But I mean, 44.97 early season.
Yeah, that's good.
that's good,
Rashid,
yeah.
That's good. Will Sharika Jackson finally break this world record in the 200?
I think so. I've been studying the thing,
Yeah.
and she's been making progression. I have some charts and things that I'm.
I thought the fighting was your forte.
She ran 21,
No.
21 40, 45 last year.
Yes.
And the world record gain is 21 34, right?
Yeah.
So
She's been making progress, and
What I like, our early season form running 10.82. Usually early season, we see where athletes run 11.0, 11.1. But early season, she's running 10.82. She ran a fabulous 400 meter time. That she shows that she's doing a lot of strength
but
training.
that's why this Botswana meet was, for me, was going to be quite exciting. I've been looking forward to it with a lot of hype.
But even so, this goes to show Frano know what him doing. This comes down to Frano.
So let me ask you a
Frano
question.
a fine tuner for something special.
Let's
this
talk
year.
about Elaine then. So
She might even win the 100.
who?
Let's talk about Elaine.
Who? Elaine who?
No. But my point is,
Thompson?
no, we're talking about Francis and so on, right?
Okay.
So she has decided to be home coach now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
You're talking about Elaine Thompson?
Yeah, you
Make
think-
it clear, Peter. You have to
you
make
think
it
it's
clear.
a failed experiment?
Time will tell. So far, it doesn't look good. But I think she's a champion.
We've had a full season.
One season, but
I
this
think-
year will determine.
One full season. So
I think
no injury as an excuse.
I think that you have to have a coach that can hold you accountable.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So for me,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna work, but so far it look on the no
Negative side.
Yeah, because Mr. Francis, in comparison to I don't know who's our coach now.
Your husband is our coach.
I am not too sure. I don't know about that kind of relationship in terms of husband and coach, if he can make that separation. Because I saw she made a statement last year.
Yeah.
And she said she don't feel like training, she just don't train.
That's what she
Is that
said.
true?
Yeah, she feel tired and but when you have a coach that can hold you accountable, it's a different thing. If you don't feel good, you still have to come out and train.
When Fran up there and say, one more,
get
you
me?
have to go one
So-
more, you have to go one more.
We all want to see Elaine do well, but the way she departed the camp, it don't look good. Never look good at the.
This team going tough to make, This team's going to
And
be.
Mr. Francis is the best thing.
We do have to argue who's the
track
best
and
track and field coach.
It's the best thing, and
We do have to argue who that is. There's no
Well,
debate
I think
there.
she made. I think,
You can Google
let me be on Elaine's side for now. I think that Elaine, when she said she outgrew Mr. Francis, because I was wondering, how are you going to outgrow the greatest?
Yes.
Maybe it wasn't in terms of athletics or track and
She
field.
thought it
Maybe
was something else.
Maybe it was business wise,
Maturity business or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Maybe more social in our business wise. It wasn't on the track. So let me just give her the benefit of the doubt.
I think we have
in that
tentatively
regard.
next week we have an athletics coach coming on. One of the top track coaches might be coming on. So we can ask him that question.
Yes.
It's still early season, but I mean, national championships around the corner. I think it's in June. So,
But Dave, you recently you're married now, right? I've noticed. Oh, it's not a marriage.
No.
No, okay.
No.
So I'm sorry.
I don't know what Peter talking
I
about.
was just wondering if because the husband and wife dynamics he was talking about.
Okay.
So I was saying,
He has experience in
maybe
it.
he was saying something like, having a wife, you can have that discipline and so on.
Yeah, and you have to be very soft in relaying messages and.
I take your word for it.
Yeah, so I've heard.
You understand, but you say when you have a coach, the coach have a better coach, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I was worried about when I heard about that move from Elaine. Because Elaine is actually one of my best favorite runners,
Yeah.
Body type, and I thought Elaine could have broken Flojo record if she had stayed with Mr. Francis.
Yeah.
My opinion.
21:54 was it, sure?
Yeah, man. I think if all was well within the camp. I thought that under Mr. Francis, I thought Elaine could have gotten that.
Are
record.
we saying that the 200-meter Flojo record is easier to break than the 100-meter Flojo record?
10:49.
Because I know you're picking on that 200-meter record.
The 200, I think, is more work. Is a lot more work. I think the 100 is very technical. I think
No, but
200
the
is
question
more work.
is, which record is likely to fall first?
Obviously, it's going to be
Probably 200.
I think Sharika.
Because
With the strength and speed of Sharika coming from 400 days and she have the speed, I think is a 200.
I think the 100 you have to have a perfect start.
Yeah, it's very
a
technical.
good win.
Yeah.
Good win behind you and just in that moment.
You know that Flojo's wind was 0.0?
No, that is impossible.
No.
It is, I'm telling you what
That is
it is.
impossible. That's what storybooks have it.
Sure if that was a record.
That's what storybooks have it as.
You know that is in question.
I know. I have my
From-
own conspiracy theory. Yes. They were above legal. I saw that.
They were above legal, and then when the race ran,
Yes.
it was 0. So it was a hurricane before, and then when she ran, it was
The eye of
0.
the storm.
It was
The
a
eye-
bluster.
the eye was
It was a
passing
bluster.
over.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe it was the eye. The eye.
but even so for instance, then that means 21:45 is probably the record. Even
That is
so,
likely to go.
with that said, do you think that she run faster this year?
Of course.
I think so. based on
I
that
think
thing.
so.
No, but she's still hungry.
Precisely.
She still have that
So
hunger in her.
with that in mind, and she running faster this year, that's in the region of 21:3. So
Yeah.
21:3. I mean,
I think Elaine, based on Elaine, body type, everything, and in terms of how she started, I think Elaine could have broken the 100.
yeah.
Not the 200, but
The
I think
100.
Sharika can't break the 100.
We've been
Her
watching
start
that.
is just
Have you
too
been
poor.
watching that men's 200 meter?
The men's?
Yeah.
Lyles and-
Lyles and that whatever.
Young guy, 19.
Yeah, Aaron 9. They're getting dangerously closer and closer.
to the 19.
Don't have the speed. I think I no the natural the speed. He has the endurance, but I don't think he have that explosiveness enough to
break
So
the
you think
1919.
No, I don't think him can. I think Noah. I think Noah have that.
I think Lyles can break it.
Yeah, I don't think.
And if it goes to
Aaron-
American, if the record goes back to American, we're not going to like it.
No, we're not gonna like it.
We're
But
not gonna like
as I
it.
said, I thought Bolt should have run sub 19 when he had the chance.
Yeah.
But I know
Same thing with the 10, with the
You know,
100
yeah.
meter.
I'm curious though. In training on these hand times, I wonder if Glenn Mills ever clapped Bolt on the 19.
It wouldn't count. Hand times are
but
notoriously
I think
inaccurate.
I think Bolt ran close to 19 flat already in training.
I would say no because I've observed Bolt training at the track.
You ever
You ever observed Bolt training at the track?
No, in his greasy days are after winning
All
Olympic
right,
titles.
it's kind of hard to say.
The
but-
greasy days he was really training hard.
I've seen Bolt training on the track. And I've seen the little video with him vomiting up at UA and all that kind of thing. I don't think Bolt ever worked that hard on the track, Sorry.
No,
You ever saw Bolt working hard?
The
07,
08,
06 Bolt,
the
06
08.
when he was working into that form.
Where did you see
It
Bolt
was on
working hard?
Stadium East.
I've been at stadium. We used to train on the track table.
But even so, you can look on him body and see it. You see,
different.
Beijing,
I'm just saying.
greasy.
It doesn't appear that sprinters work as hard as you think.
No, Peter.
No,
I think they
Michael.
work in the weight room. I have seen
Michael
I've seen
Johnson.
Asafa Powell and Johan Blake in the weight room at UTech. You have seen them too, and me know them.
No, the 400 meter now is different.
No, the different thing we're talking about.
400
Different thing
meter,
we're
you
talking
can't compare the 100 with the sprints in terms of work.
Yeah.
But both it greasy.
But was training hard because he had a point
And even
to
so,
prove. He had a point
look
to
at it.
prove.
When you're playing in practice, right?
Yes,
Table
yes,
tennis. So,
yes.
you see, you make some shots, you be like,
I wish that.
and then now when tournament come, you probably don't make those shots as often.
yeah.
When Bolt in training and him get up one day and just feel, you ever get up and just feel bouncy?
Yeah.
You come and be like, you're going to destroy anybody who come on the table. You just feel it that day.
Yeah.
And that don't usually
I
happen
get
at
your point.
tournaments.
I get your point.
So I'm sure at
but
one point in training.
I wonder if, like the high jump record, if somebody in training ever actually broke that record in training.
It's possible.
Yeah, I think so.
Can you imagine you're the coach and I call you, coach, you need to come over right now. And say, I just jumped it, and nobody saw it.
Yeah, but that probably happened.
You think that's happened?
It's
Has anybody
possible.
ever claimed it?
Do you think that the fastest time ever Bolt think him ever probably run 1990? You think him feel same run faster than that already in
I
training?
don't think so. You want me to tell you why I don't
It's like when he was in high school.
I
and him-
believe
and him
that
coach was talking him under.
a crowd cheering for his run a race can lift you.
Of
He
course.
can.
I think so.
Yeah.
Adrenaline. Of
But I'm
course.
telling you that
yes.
one day he'll probably be like, I feel good today, you know, coach. And coach said, no, let it rip.
Self-motivated.
And him rip it.
1.9 meter per second tailwind.
Yeah,
and all the conditions right.
Yeah, man.
and the coach goes, like, 1908, man, nah, tell him, you know. 1908. Something probably.
So
there.
what your
Probably
argument
there.
is that who says the big occasion produce the big performance?
It does.
It does.
It does because we don't have nothing else to gauge it against.
Yes.
Because that's what we see out there.
I just said the crowd.
the crowd.
Energy once you get it. Once you embrace
Because
it.
there's a little video now with I think it's Messi, Ronaldinho too, where they chase the ball, kick it on the bar, catch it back, kick it on the bar, catch it back.
I don't
You
know.
have seen that,
I
right?
don't think that video real.
It's real. So the question is, when can they do it in
I
a
see
match?
Steph Curry shooting and it look real. I don't think that's
The
real.
one that Steph Curry threw the ball like
I
so
don't
from
think that.
out of
I
the
see
field.
him shooting all kind of
You
things
think
from
it's all
brain to
fake?
brain. I don't think those.
You think it's all fake?
I believe nothing on the internet these days.
Kane, did Steph Curry make those shots?
Yeah, I think they made those shots.
I see them say make 100 yards straight three. I don't.
The one from the,
You don't think he make
the one from the
97 straight
stands, you
threes?
know?
No, I
I'm
don't
talking
think
the
so.
shot from the stands.
Yeah,
you
man,
know?
they make it.
The one when throw from the stands.
No, of course they will make
yeah,
one
yeah.
off, but I see him
He did
throwing off
regular,
four
man.
and
So
look as
he
if
never
him
did
doing
those.
it, like him doing it 4 times in a row. No, I don't believe that. No, I don't believe
So
that.
basketball is fake.
Camera trick, man.
Yeah.
Camera trick.
No, I think he did it. I think he did it.
Them phones can do all kind
Speaking
of
of
things.
Steph Curry, everybody got first round matchup left. Game 7, Golden State Warriors,
Yes.
Sacramento Kings. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the Dubs. I'm going with the Warriors.
Going with the Warriors.
Me too, GSW.
Yeah.
Can't bet against a champion, but the Kings is a tough matchup. I know the Lakers would prefer to play the Kings. That
Of
is
course,
for
the
sure.
Lakers won't play the
But
And what's his name? Oh, my name Fox.
Darren Fox.
Playing with a fractured hand.
still
Still putting up points, but I'm not too sure if them can manage it. I thought they gave away the series in game.
it's 3-3 now, but the
When I say gave away, they
Game
should have
5?
they should have capitalized when Draymond Green got suspended. You know, just like how Cavs capitalized in 2016.
when
They should
Draymond
have
got suspended.
Yeah, of course, man. You can't play such a reckless game without one of the leaders of the Warriors playing. Reckless game and all but turnovers and stuff. So I'm going with the Warriors for that.
I'm going with the Warriors.
Yeah,
I want to see Lakers.
I want to see Lakers
Warriors
versus the Warriors.
Yeah. We want to see that because
That's the matchup we want to see.
Yeah, we want to see that, but it don't work that way. You know? The Kings putting up tomorrow night. Yeah, Game 7. But yeah, as you said, basketball going on. Denver, Phoenix later. So back to basketball before we wrap up later on in the show. Boston, Miami. Would you ever pick Phoenix, Denver? I don't even know. What we're going.
Phoenix and Denver. All right. So it's a tough matchup. I don't think. I think Denver is a deeper team. I think Denver is a deeper team, and I think they're gonna have a big advantage of Jokic in the middle because DeAndre Aikens is a soft soap, play very soft at times, and I think Jokic is gonna go off in terms of triple doubles in this series. And I think that Jamal Murray gonna be
he's playing good.
The key man.
He's shooting good. He's shooting good.
But I'm not too sure Porter's not playing as well. Porter Jr. But he's an occasion kind of player.
Phoenix have, 2 Hall of Famers in CP3 and Kevin Durant. And with Booker coming up now, Booker looking like a young star, it's tough to bet against Phoenix. As I said, Denver deeper to me, they have the MVP.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
The thing with Denver,
it's about matchups and coaching. It's down to matchups. It's going to
come down to matchups, but I think Phoenix will have the edge here because
but Denver has a deeper bench.
Even though Denver have a deeper bench, the bench isn't that explosive. It's not like the Lakers bench.
Yeah.
The Lakers bench, you have name players coming off. Denver bench is like Green and
Jeff Green.
They're not that explosive. If you realize that they struggled a bit against Minnesota,
Yeah. Minnesota have length.
Yes.
Lakers
exactly.
struggle against Minnesota. Minnesota should have won that game, but
I definitely would have to go with the Suns just based on KD and Booker. They won't be able to stop them. And Denver is not like a big defensive unit as well, so you would have to go with the scorers.
I'm going with Denver.
You're going with Denver?
I'm going with the Joker.
I'm going with Phoenix.
I'm going with the Joker. Just because you're going with Suns, I'm going with the Joker.
I don't say Booker and KD.
We can't agree the whole show.
Right.
Because we can't agree the whole show.
But Phoenix should, as I said, the winner of the Clippers, Phoenix would have gone to the finals. So I'm sticking with Phoenix. It was unfortunate that Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers didn't put up a better showing.
Atlanta put up a good fight against Boston. Trae Young, big player. And I was talking to my friend the other day, a lot of top players in the league under 25 coming up. The league is in good hands.
Yeah,
because you have Ja Morant with a good performance in one of those games. Anthony Edwards winning a game for Minnesota. Trae Young. Luka. Zion Williamson. I don't even know what to say about Zion. The game is in good hands and a lot of young superstars. We see Booker stepping up. So the future bright. And then now we see the old guys like LeBron, KD now in that frame. I'm still holding the fort. So it's a nice mix of playoffs. Interesting. And I said, defense.
Yeah,
defense win championships.
And I keep telling,
and who stays healthy?
And Peter don't agree with me. A couple shows back, I said defense win titles.
Defense win titles, yeah.
In every single sport.
Every sport.
I don't know about that.
Every sport.
I don't know about that.
But even probably in driving, you should ask. I'm saying it earlier.
So how do you drive defensively?
How you drive defenses? I'm sure a good defensive driver.
It's all offense.
Nah, man. Defense win titles. Offense win your games.
You're a martial art.
Well, I'm renowned.
It's called self-defense.
Not just
self-defense.
Please.
Defense come first.
Yeah.
Put some respect on my name. Renowned.
World renowned.
Yeah, man.
But defense win titles.
So Peter, let me ask you something.
Wait, I have a question for you, but you go first.
As a table tennis player, Peter.
Yes.
If you can't defend and you're out there, would you be comfortable or uncomfortable? Would you be forced?
You'd be uncomfortable. So
how important is defense?
It's very important.
To your success.
It's very important. But I think that attacking or the threat of attacking is even more important. Let me explain something to you. Ma Lin was famous for having people used to say Ma Lin have a good serve. But you know what was the problem? Why he had a good serve? It's the threat of the attack.
Yes.
Right? And so defense of itself. If you go to a table and somebody knows you're going to defend, you give away the shop, right? But however, if the man feel that there's a threat that you will attack, defense can win.
And let me ask you,
you understand what I'm saying?
I agree 100%.
So, yeah.
I'm going to shoot back another question. How many titles Marlon have?
Not as much as he should have, because he was playing in an era.
Hold on.
You're
rushing.
We
have 2 minutes.
We have a minute. Yeah.
Why? Tell me why.
Why Marlon won so few titles?
Yeah, and also I'm going to put in another name.
Jean-Ove Wallner.
Let us put in Gatien.
No, those guys don't factor into this conversation.
No, he's a world champion.
Yes.
But I'm saying Marlon has won only 1 Olympics.
Yes. Probably no world championships.
Gatien has only won 1 world championship.
Yes.
Rose Sung-Ming has only won 1
Olympics.
Yes. Why? Tell me why. What is the most common factor with all these 3 players that I just mentioned?
Yeah, there's some truth to that.
Lack of what?
They didn't have good defense.
All right.
I agree. Their game was all offense.
And why?
I agree. All offense. All offense. I agree.
One leaking.
One leaking. Good defense.
How many titles?
A lot.
One now.
Good defense.
The coach.
A lot.
The GOAT.
Malang.
True, improving
Has
defense.
developed.
Yeah,
And started to
and
win.
even fans started.
Don't
Yeah,
fight it.
there's
Don't
some
fight
truth
it.
to that. There's
Don't
some truth to
fight
that.
Yeah.
There's some truth.
MJ.
Michael Jordan.
Michael
The
Jordan.
Bulls.
Defense.
Defense.
They didn't.
Defense. Offense is important.
Defense creates offense.
Just like defense.
The
but I'm
defense
saying,
creates offense.
When you have offense and defense.
My main problem.
Ah.
Right, let me just point out something to you guys. Let this be a lesson to y'all.
All right.
It's pronounced defense, not defense.
Okay.
You're watching too much American sports. It's a clear indication. Talking about all this defense. And
It's a chance.
it's called defense.
Defense. But defense.
Please.
Defense win championship.
Please. Hey, so I need to ask you a question. And this might be your, is it a given that Man City has won the league now?
It's not a given. The points on the board, you have to win the matches. But
No, them have 2 games left.
there are 2 games in a hand.
In hand.
And
2
they're-
games over. Yeah,
and
I
they're 2
understand.
points behind.
Yes, so I'm asking you directly. Are you calling the season
Yeah.
for Man City?
To win the league, yeah.
All right.
It's a wrap.
And you?
Of course.
Yeah.
Say no, the Arsenal can snatch defeat from the jaws of.
Even if Arsenal win out.
I said defeat, not defeat.
No, they have no chance.
No
The
chance.
momentum is all in City's favor right now.
They
Everything is going up.
away. They kind of throw it away.
Of course they did.
I mean, but even that City just not losing
Yeah.
and not dropping points. We see where Arsenal draw 3 straight matches. They didn't lose.
They gave it away.
They lost to Man City.
Yeah.
They lost to Man City, but which was expected. Going to Etihad is even tough. But those 3 draws,
By the
even
way-
somewhere along the line, they probably would have dropped
Did
points.
PSG win the French league?
They're leading. Let's soon wrap up.
They're gonna win.
They're gonna win.
Oh, come on.
Did they beat somebody? Who did they play? Who they played last week?
I don't remember.
I think they played somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody
Chopping
last
me.
week.
Yeah.
That thing
Destroyed
that-
them.
yeah.
Something like 4-1.
Messi with a brilliant pass to Mbappe.
Are you guys watching the Arab League?
I see Cristiano
in
Ronaldo
trouble.
begging for a penalty
Yes.
earlier today.
Him have some problems down there as well.
Yeah, he made an adjustment to his
Seem
groin,
chokehold somebody
which
the
is,
other day.
which is illegal in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi
He made an
Arabia,
adjustment.
he made an adjustment and they thought it was a gesture.
Okay.
And it's not allowed in Saudi Arabia. Apparently, you're not supposed to touch your loins.
All right, guys. You know, on that note, you know, it's time to come to the end of another show. I want to thank the badminton administrator, Vijay Tolan, for coming on and telling us about the Panam games and the result from the Panams. And they have the air badminton
still going on right now.
still going on over GC for us. So guys, you can go
A
take it.
well-run tournament.
And also race car driver, Dave, Senna Summerbell, who is trying to step up in racing. He's in Canada
Stepping
now.
out of his comfort zone. Yeah,
Yes.
That's what sports people have to do.
Exactly. I hear you have plans for next year
Yeah.
to go to the highest level, which is the English circuit.
Yeah.
So congrats. You know, I hope keep up the good work, Senna.
Yeah. I mean, want to wrap up the show? I'll big up the listeners on the Primal 4K app, Facebook, YouTube, Fit FM 96.7, and One Love from the Primal Sports Decks,
Up next is
DJ Gaddafi.
Yeah.
So, peace out. See you
Same
next
time.
week. Same time, same place. Big up.
Peace.